Well, Danielle, it is time for another episode. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm excited for this one.
All right, me too. Hi, I'm Jon-David Lenard.
And I'm Danielle Lenard with the Lenard Team. Welcome to Lenard Team Connections. Today is a very special show.
We're so excited to have Gina Mazzola return to announce the winners of the O Sole Mio's Essential Worker Giveaway.
People in the community have been nominating frontline workers to be entered into a drawing for 4 gift certificates to the restaurant O Sole Mio in Stony Brook. Along the way, the stories have been pouring in for these essential workers, and we look forward to sharing them with the community.
And well, let's just say the stories have been pouring in. With 100 nominees in the first day, we have been incredibly moved by the outpouring of support.
Now we'd like to go ahead and bring Gina to share these experiences of some of the nominees.
Hi, guys.
Welcome, Gina.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Thanks for having me back.
Yeah,
we're so glad to have you back, and thank you so much for coming here to announce this.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're looking forward to you sharing some of the stories, but first, we're happy to have you join us in our usual segment, Some Good News.
Thank you.
So Robinhood.org and iHeartRadio's Rise Up New York telethon raised over $115 million so far to support New Yorkers most impacted by COVID-19.
So that's the thing. So one of the reasons that we wanted to highlight this event, because not only was it incredible that they were able to raise $115 million. I mean, I would love to hear some of your favorite parts of it that you watched, but you know, this was meant to highlight the essential workers and the people most affected by this in the metro area. Mm-hmm. But on another level, everything that you're doing yourself and through your restaurant Sole Mio, you're doing that here at the local level, supporting Long Island. And that was about New York strong. This is, to me, about Long Island strong.
Long Island strong.
Especially our area.
We are all in this together. So whatever we can do to help, we try. We really have to all stick together.
Right. So that brings us to your announcement.
Yes.
Yeah. For anyone who doesn't know, tell us about the giveaway and how it came about.
So, we hear the stories about all these people that are risking their lives and going out there working, the healthcare workers in the hospitals that, you hear they test positive and they stay home, but then they get right back in there and they're helping all of us through this whole time. The supermarket workers that are coming in contact with people daily, and they don't even have like the proper coverings that the healthcare workers have. So it's super dangerous for them, but they're still out there and doing whatever they need to do to keep things going. The postal workers, the teachers, I see it with my kids.
Oh yeah.
Like revamp their whole entire style of teaching and do something they've never done before. And a lot of them, everyone, it's just, they've all stepped up to the plate and trying to get us through it. So everyone's revamping their styles of working right now and doing the best they can. So we wanted to honor them.
So you mentioned a lot of avenues of people, the stores, the postal, the teachers, in addition to the healthcare workers in the front line. So how many people in total were nominated?
I could not believe that as soon as I posted it, within one day, I received over 100 entries. And that night, I was just laying in my bed, reading one after another, and I literally had tears in my eyes because people are out there, but when you hear their individual stories of what they're doing, it's so touching. And we wound up with about 150 in total. So yeah, a lot of people reached out to nominate.
And in how long did you reach receive 150?
I think I launched it about a week ago.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's absolutely incredible.
And that just goes back to what we're talking about, right? About Long Island Strong, like the community coming together, rising up. I mean, you mentioned it. It's not. I mean, we on this show talk a lot about hospital workers, the fundraising we've been doing for that. But you're right. I mean, the everyday person in this scenario is a hero. People like gearing up and going to stock our shelves so that, you know, not only can we feed our families, but it's keeping the economy going at a certain rate so that when we can start to go back into our communities, we have a community there to go back to, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it's not like that's all they're doing. They're going home too and taking care of their families and risking their families' lives as well by being out there. So these people are, you know, they're so brave. They're really brave.
Absolutely. So what were some of your favorite stories?
I was really touched by, well, actually, I guess maybe we should go into the first winner, because that was the one I feel like touched me the most when I read it, if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
Okay.
I wanted to like talk about some. Yeah, we could talk about many of them, because while you had a certain number of gift cards to give away, there were so many great stories, and
every single one was amazing. The courage, the bravery that these people have right now. It's just, every story was amazing to read. And, you know, just to get personal stories about how people are out there helping in whatever situation they are is, yeah, super touching. Definitely.
All right. So,
and, you know,
so go ahead. What's your first story, Gina?
Okay. So the first winner, her name is Maygan Procino. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. She's an ICU nurse at Winthrop Hospital, and she works in the cardiac ICU, which was flipped into a COVID positive ICU. So I'm going to read off her nomination. It says, Maygan is currently an ICU nurse working at NYU Winthrop Hospital on the front lines. She tirelessly works overnights and is a big resource to her colleagues and travel nurses, often being placed in charge. Before help arrived, she was working as many as 5 12.5-hour shifts a week, day and night shift, to help her unit out, unfazed by the danger it posed day in and day out. She brings snacks in once a week, which is very important. Food is very important for her coworkers as well. She spent 2.5. This is when I was like, this is so touching too. She spent 2.5 hours cleaning and brushing a 40-year-old patient's hair that had been on the unit for a month. And to interrupt myself for a minute,
yeah,
I hear like, these people that are in the hospital, they don't have family members with them. They don't have anybody with them. So these nurses are the only people that are with them. That was part of the telethon too. I think somebody mentioned, like, these nurses are the last people that hold their hand before they pass, and how emotional it is for these workers. Yeah. They have to do this, and they're amazing for it. So, you know, she's actually been going Sole Mio since she was a young girl, and loves our employees, especially Tito. Tito too. And it's one of their favorite locations. So they can't wait to get back, and we cannot wait for them to get back too. So so that was the first one that won. And that's just one person out of how many thousands that are in the hospital right now.
Right. So what was her name again? I know you had if you could pronounce it. What?
It's spelled, I think it's Megan or Maygan, Maygan, Maygan Procino.
Nice. Congratulations, Maygan.
Congratulations, Maygan.
We're really happy to honor you.
Yeah.
Thank you for all you're doing. Amazing.
We thank you so much for what you're doing.
Okay. So number 2.
Okay. Number 2 is Karen Caset. And again, I apologize if I'm pronouncing the name wrong. She is the teacher at Comsewogue High School in Suffolk County. And Karen has been teaching 4 different grade levels and 5 different classes. I can't even imagine what she has to go through right now.
Oh my God.
That. It's crazy.
Wow.
So it says Karen has revamped her teaching style so that she can ensure that her students are comprehending material being presented with the online teaching. Karen teaches 4 different grade levels and 5 different classes ranging from 8th grade English to SAT review. She spends endless hours communicating with her students to help them through this difficult time. And yeah, it's also an emotional thing for these children. As a teacher, trying to help them to adapt. They miss that I know with my kids too, I see it. They miss that one-on-one.
They really do.
Miss that classroom experience. And my son's teacher said she was going this week to empty out the classroom. And I wanted to cry for her because I couldn't imagine walking in that classroom and just seeing all the empty desks and that you couldn't finish out your year. And these teachers do this because they love to do it. It's a passion. So when they go in there and they imagine that they would have had a whole half of a year still with their kids and now it was taken from them. It's sad.
Yeah. Well, I would just like to say that our mother, Danielle and myself, our mother was a teacher for 33 years. And so we grew up in a teacher family. We have so much respect for teachers and the teachers that are just going above and beyond to support their kids, that they're on a mission. I love that. And I love that you were able to honor a teacher in our community that's doing that. And congratulations.
Yes, congratulations, Karen. Thank you. Okay, so moving on to number 3. His name is Joseph Marcellino Jr. And he works at Rite as a cashier and a stocker. We know how important his job is.
We are all very grateful that
making sure we have paper towels and toilet paper on the shelf. I wonder if people are still going crazy over toilet paper.
North Shore Farms has.
Oh.
You just let the cat out of the bag. All right.
I know in 5 minutes they're going to be sold out.
Yeah. At least yesterday or the day before.
I don't know. I've been getting everything delivered, but every time I try to add something like that to my cart, it never happens. So one day. Anyway, so he's a hardworking college student that just celebrated 2 years working at ShopRite. Every day that he goes in, he has a positive attitude and is willing to help by staying late, going in early, and even taking shifts for those that don't want to work during this time. So nominating him because she is immune compromised, and her husband and him can now work and contribute to the house, and they never ask for anything or complain. So he also met a girl online and she would love for him to be able to take her to dinner when this is all over and things open.
Oh my God.
It's so cute.
Oh, that's amazing. So there,
I'm so happy.
First of all, do you remember who nominated this person?
I have it in my notes. Hold on, it's not on here. I have to look it up. The actual name of the. It sounds like maybe mom
or a manager. It almost sounds like somebody like at the supermarket nominated somebody else. I mean, it just has that feel to it.
Yeah, definitely.
That right there, that's Long Island strong.
Yes, definitely. It says he deserves to know when you put in an extra effort and go the extra mile, good things happen. He is such a good man and deserves to be recognized. Yes, he is. Good man, Joseph.
Good man, Joseph.
Okay, so that brings us to our last winner, and her name is Christine Kronenberg, and she works at Buttercup Dairy in Port Jeff Station. She is a 73-year-old retired nurse who works at Buttercup during this entire pandemic, regardless of the risk this put her in. She says that they need her and that people need a place to buy food, and most of the staff quit.
No. Well, I mean, look, let's stop there a sec, because there's a lot loaded in that. You're right.
I know.
There's a lot of fear, there's a lot there, right? So not to say, people got to go and do what's right for them, and they have different circumstances. But then here's somebody who stepped up too. So
Yeah.
Someone potentially at risk.
Oh yeah.
Saying, I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
She's all in. Yes. So it says, once a nurse, always a nurse at heart. She deserves this. She could have some free meals when she comes home from work, although I do cook for her and bring her food when I can. Well, now she can have off too. She'll get some free meals.
Nice.
More than deserving. And just so everybody knows, we're gonna, in the show notes after this, in the post, we'll put everybody's name so you can see it right there. And reach out to Gina to claim it. And congratulations to everybody. Gina, there were so many people. I mean, to say to every single person that was nominated was deserving, right?
Absolutely.
So go ahead.
Yes, every single person that was nominated, that was not nominated, we know there are thousands and thousands of people on Long Island that deserve this recognition. So we thank them. And we were thinking that, since we were able to do these 4, we would also really like to try to extend that and give a gift certificate to every single worker on this list, at least. So we were asking for everyone's help if you wanted to send in a donation so that we can continue to hand these out to these workers that truly deserve it. And
Gina, so to be clear, these first 4, this was basically a personal donation.
Yes,
right,
and with you guys too.
All right, so this was a donation from us and mostly you, but to take it to the next step, because we have been floored by the outpouring here, and because there are so many people that are deserving, like you went ahead and you created a Facebook. You're just going to go try to get as much money as you can to raise so that you can provide as many meals as possible for the people on this list and anybody else that you can raise money for.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So how would if anybody were interested in contributing, how would they reach out to you?
So the best way is to go to our Facebook page, O Sole Mio, in Stony Brook. And when you come onto the page, you can directly send me a message through that page that you're interested in sending a donation for this contest. And I will reach out to you and arrange that. And it's very much appreciated. So it's as simple as that. Or you can give us a call at the store too. It's 631-751-1600. And we will definitely assist you guys in making that happen so we can continue rewarding these people that deserve it.
Gina, one thing that I read on your Facebook page that really touched my heart, and I think it really speaks to what you're doing, but you said individually we are a drop, together we're an ocean.
Yes.
I think that really speaks to how much you're doing, and it's just, everybody coming together and helping. So I honor what you've accomplished here and what you continue to do.
Thank you so much.
You're a force, Gina. And there's a lot of things that we're dealing with because of this, but this situation has also brought us together, and we've met you because of it. And
yes, I'm very grateful for that. You guys,
I can't wait to come in your restaurant.
Yes. I hope that happens soon. I don't know. I'm feeling maybe, hopefully, I don't know. Who knows, right? Everything keeps changing, but we're closer to it, at least, than we were last time we had an interview.
That's right. That's right. If I think back to our last episode, you can feel the progress. It's coming.
For sure.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us on the Lenard Team Connections today. O Sole Mio, along with Gina, stepped up once again. We love how you're branching out.
Love you guys too. Thank you.
And you're continuously doing different things to support the community. And congratulations to all of the winners. You're all winners, but
thank you. Yes, thank you for everyone for your nomination. Thank you for everyone that participated. It was amazing. It's because of you that this is all possible. Thank you everyone for supporting your local restaurants right now. We really need you to make it through. We want to be open soon and sharing glasses of wine and hanging out with our customers that we miss.
And celebrating life.
Celebrating life, definitely.
That. If you missed any of the links today that we shared, don't worry. They will be added later on. We look forward to connecting with more awesome people like Gina, and potentially Gina again with something new and awesome and more nominees and all this awesomeness. But we love connecting with the people who are supporting our community. In the meanwhile, stay healthy and be well.
Be well.